Okay guys, so in this class right now I'm going to show you guys how to create a web view of any site you like in an app. Now please take note that most sites, or rather some sites, do not actually accept the web view. They already know when a site is actually when someone is accessing their site through web view or through normal browser. But we'll have fixes for that. But before that, let's get to creating the app. So the first thing you have to do is to go to this plus button below. And once in the plus button, you just need to fill in this place with the name of your app. So I think I'm going to go with webview test. Sorry. And then we press create app, which you can see right here. Then we create the app. Okay. And now that we are in here, the next thing we have to do is to bring out a linear layout. This will be like the base of our app. It will be like the base of our app. So I'm going to bring out this linear layout. Look up, you see the linear layout. I'm going to use vertical linear V. That's linear vertical. So you have to long press it and then drag it. Sketchware works with dragging of blocks, moving blocks. That's how Sketchware works. No much coding, just blocks. Though you can use codes, but we'll get to that in the next class. So just long press this linear V and pull it. You can see. Then we want it to be the base of this project. Okay, to be the base of this app. So we're going to make it full. So you're going to go to this width, look down. Then we press width and we press match parent. And this will force it to match its parent, which is the ones that are inside, because it is now the child of the app. Okay, so it's inside the app. Now we're going to match it as parent. Remember, we're trying to use it as a base, so it will be like the parent of all other widgets we're going to add. Okay, so match parent, select. You can see it's now full. Then the next thing we have to do is to add a web view component and also add a linear horizontal. Okay, so first of all, scroll up. Okay, then we scroll up. This is web view. So we're going to add this web view component. Remember, you drag, long press. Oh, sorry. Long press and drag. Okay, web view is now inside as a child. You can see it. Then we go back up. We get to that linear horizontal. And then we move it to the top of that web view. Okay, that will be a place that we will write our name or whatever. Now, be minded, you can change the color of that linear one. This is where you see the IDs, the name of every component you add. Okay, so this is linear one. We can still select linear 2, which is this one, or web view, and add the color. But who adds color to web view? Okay, so we're going to add a color to linear 1 for people that want to change the color of their linear 1 is our mother, remember, the parent of the whole widget. So going to scroll. Once we get to linear 1, we scroll to color, background color. Press background color, and then you look for any color you like. I still prefer white, but let me go with black. Okay, now everything in this place will now be black. Everything here will be black. So, and then I'm going to add a text view. Now you can as well leave the color, the white color, or you can change and add your own color. Okay, now I'm going to add a text view, but the text view should be up. Okay, wait, so you guys won't be confused. The web view has to be up in this particular widget, which is linear 2. Let me change the color so you will know the one we are going with. Now remember, when you want to change color, you go to background color. Okay, so I've changed the color now so you will know where we are going. So let's add a text view. Remember, this is text view. Sorry. Okay, so sorry. So this is text view right here. This is text view right here. So going to add, going to slide, drop it inside this one. We'll use this one as the parent, which is linear one as the parent. And then in that text view, we go to text, and then we edit the text. I'm gonna write it YouTube web view. YouTube web view by decrease. Okay, so I'm going to, you also have text style where you can select. Okay, let me use bold. You can use bold italic or stuff. This is text color. You can pick any color for it. So YouTube is normally red. I'm using YouTube, so let me pick red since YouTube is normally red. Okay, I think that is that now. And then another thing to do now, let's head to the code. Now this is just the UI that we built. Let's now head to the code. How do we head to where we code? Go to event, then you go to on create. Then you press this, and this is where you see the block manager. Now when you press the block manager, you go to view. Then you scroll up. Now you're meant to keep scrolling until you see web view. Okay, now web view load URL. Now this code, this is a block, but it is a code. Sketchware has made it easier that people can just code by dropping blocks instead of writing series of codes. So I'm going to select that web view load URL, and then we're going to press this place and add the string. Going to add a string value, which is the website link. So I'm using YouTube, so I'm going to write https //youtube.com. okay, and then it's now left for you to add any site you are using. Now I'm going to add a web view. I'm going to link my web view components to this, so just going to hit this button. I repeat again, hit this button, and I'm going to select WebView 1. This is the WebView component I added. So it's WebView 1. I'm going to select WebView 1 and select. Then I'm going to go back. Then I'm going to build the app. Okay. How do I build? You just press the build button that is down here. You can see the build button, right? And then we start building. Now this doesn't take time if your project is just a small project like a WebView project. Doesn't take time. Now the good news is often once you see DX run, it's a good news. Don't worry, when you start building up, you understand what I mean. Okay, so the next thing is to press install. You should know how to install an app. Remember, this is a text view, so you have to keep your data, mobile data on. Then you open the app. Okay. Now, usually it's supposed to load some things right here, but my router just went off, and Nigeria light, so I do not have mobile data on my SIM. So it is supposed to load the web view. You can see web page available. It is supposed to load the web view right here, but as I don't get sub again. Not that I don't have sub, but my router just finished. My router just went off, since there's no light. I won't use power bank to charge it, but that being my own story, you can see it is the site I told you that it is loading. Okay, so that's for a WebView app. It is not hard. If you have any questions, do ask me in the comment section or in any of our groups, our discussion groups, or you can just hop onto my DM. Okay, guys, I think this is gonna be the end of the class, and thank you once again for joining us. Have an over X to the moon.